And you can see that rotation moving over Route 56 as of right now, pushing its way northward through parts of Shipments. A moderate risk for severe weather. That hasn't happened in over 10 years here in Central Virginia in terms of an outlook. Last time we had a moderate risk was the derecho in 2012. The timing 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. this evening. As I mentioned, the biggest concern, by far the biggest concern, going to be the damaging straight line winds. Pockets of heavier snow moving through Madison County as of right now. We're going to continue to see these kind of bursts of heavier snow for the next couple of hours. So if you do have to travel either to or from the valley this morning, please take it slow on Interstate 64. Once you get to about the Crozet area and west of that, that's when conditions could really start to deteriorate. 98, that high temperature in Charlottesville. We're at 97 in Crozet, 99 in Palmyra. Wouldn't be surprised if a few spots do hit the 100-degree mark. Multiple reports stretching from Waynesboro and Afton Mountain southward through Wintergreen. Even a report of some freezing rain earlier this morning in Lovingston. There's that one report of freezing rain here in Charlottesville. I do expect the snow to continue to lighten up through most of the overnight hours, which will obviously allow VDOT to continue to treat those surfaces. High pressure going to settle in, pushing off this low pressure system. You see why we've got those easterly winds, low pressure system, counterclockwise rotation, winds coming off the coast there.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
Let's shift our gears to your Weather Authority forecast. Now we're already starting to see a decent amount of sunshine out there on our JS Skyline network. Not a good sign for a day like today when we do have a very high potential for some severe weather later in the afternoon and the evening. Carter Mountain, Centera Martha Jefferson Hospital there on the left side of your screen. We've got Cho and Cardinal Home Center in Madison County on the center of your screen, the lawn at UVA and downtown Richmond on the right side of your screen there. There's a closer view from Cho in the background where temperatures are in the lower to middle 80s. We're at 83 currently at the airport, 82 currently at our CBS 19 studios here just off of Rio Road. Dew points are in the lower to middle 70s, so very humid air out there too. Winds are a little breezy coming out of the south, anywhere from about 8 to 12 miles per hour right now. Rest of the area seeing temperatures in the upper 70s and the lower 80s. There are a few clouds lingering mainly along and to the east of Route 15 currently, but once those clouds clear out, everybody going to warm into the 80s, even the lower 90s later on this afternoon. We're at 78 in Standardsville. Now, your Doppler radar really showing anything yet here in Central Virginia. All of the activity is off to our west as of right now. We've got a few severe thunderstorm warnings, even a tornado warning currently in northern West Virginia, right along the West Virginia-Ohio border there, but nothing really yet. Once these storms start to inch their way closer to our area, we'll get that severe weather outbreak that I was alluding to earlier. In terms of the ingredients that we need for severe storms, we've got all of them in the forecast, and we've got pretty much all of them at a very high level this afternoon. Moisture, just mentioned, the dew points are in the lower to middle 70s. Instability, when we get that sunshine coming out, that will warm the surface. Warm air rises. As that air rises and meets with colder air, it becomes an unstable air mass. That's what causes thunderstorms to develop. Shear, which is the vertical movement of winds as you move higher in the atmosphere. That's really the only one that we don't have that's a very high on the scale right now. That's why we're not expecting a major tornado outbreak. That's why straight line winds are more of the concern today. And then lift in terms of lifting that air parcel up into the atmosphere, causing the thunderstorms to develop. That's obviously due to the frontal system that is moving through later on today. Here's what we're looking at. A moderate risk for severe weather. That hasn't happened in over 10 years here in Central Virginia in terms of an outlook. Last time we had a moderate risk was the derecho in 2012. The timing 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. this evening. As I mentioned, the biggest concern, by far the biggest concern, going to be the damaging straight line winds. We could see winds of upwards 70, 80 miles per hour. down trees, power outages, stuff like that. Lower 90s before the storms move through. We're at 91 this afternoon. Futurecast here. There goes the line passing through right around dinner time or so. I think the worst of it here in Charlottesville is about 5 to 7 p.m. The good news is with one line should be cleared out, and once it clears out, skies will start to clear up nicely, bringing back some sunshine for your Tuesday. Your Cardinal Home Center extended forecast. 91 today. We're back into the 80s for the rest of the week. A few more showers and storms coming back Thursday and Friday. But with today, please take every advisory, every alert, every warning that we get seriously. Make sure that you have multiple ways of getting severe weather alerts. Please charge up your phones. Just treat this like a once every 10 years severe thunderstorm event, because that's what it's looking like.
Also, maybe bring some of that patio furniture inside.
Any loose objects outside, please make sure you bring those in. Also, be fully prepared to have some power outages and maybe even some widespread power outages.
So some external batteries.
Yeah.
Thanks, AJ.